If you have been planning to build in Nigeria, especially in Port Harcourt, and you are kind of feeling like, is it really worth it? What is even your profit, or what is your gain? If you spend over 9 figures to build an apartment in Nigeria and then end up earning between 7 million to 10 million, and how long will it even take you to make back your capital, not to talk about your profit? This video is made specifically for you. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you things you can build right now in Port Harcourt that will do either one of these two things for you. It would increase your yearly rental yield. So if others are earning around 7 million, 10 million, you'd literally double your rental yield if you build like this. And secondly, these things that you can build right now can give you either quarterly or monthly income without so much management of that property. So if you have been planning to build and you literally want something that will give you higher rental value and monthly rental income, stick around. This video is made specifically for you. But before I show you what you can build right now for higher rental income and monthly rental income in Port Harcourt, you need to know this. One, if you are planning to build the way people have been building for the past 20 to 30 years, just know you are going to lose money. Two, I have this client that told me that one of his biggest dream was to become his own landlord, like to have his own rental property in Nigeria. I mean, that is one of his biggest goals. And when he finally had it, he literally regretted ever building that apartment. And one of the reasons is because he built without a plan and without accurate data of the location he built and what would work best for the location he built. He literally ended up spending so much money in a property that gave him nothing but headache and little or no income. If you want to avoid this, before you even go into any location to build, you need to get a plan. You need to have an accurate data of that location, the people that rent in that location, and exactly what works best for the location. Three, before you build any rental apartment that you expect return on investment on, this is what you need to do. You have to know what the demand is. For example, right here in Port Harcourt, we have over 2 million housing deficits in Port Harcourt right now. That means there has to be at least 2 million houses built to be able to manage the demand in the market right now. Now, you want to know who actually wants this demand. The mistake a lot of people make is to assume that you can literally build any house and then you are actually curbing this demand. But that is where you lose the opportunity in the market. The major demanders in this market right now are young people. And if you want to tap into that demand, you need to study what these young people are actually demanding for. And that is what you need to go ahead and build. You need to study the demand of any market you want to build. If you want to build in Port Harcourt, right now, the major demanders are young people. That is the biggest group of people who need housing the most right now. This video is to help you find out what they need and then go ahead and build what they need. By doing that, you are increasing your chances of making higher returns, because when you build what the market is demanding for, you can take advantage of that, creatively build to increase your rental income per apartment you build. Now, let's get into what you need to build right now to increase your chances of making higher return on investment, higher rental revenue, and even monthly rental revenue in 2026. What I'm about to show you is something that is already working in other markets like the Lagos and Abuja real estate markets. But people are not doing this yet in Port Harcourt. If you're watching this video right now, this is an advantage for you because you can be among the first set of people that come into this market and take advantage of this demand, because it's not being done in Port Harcourt yet. But of course, it is working in Lagos and Abuja already. Let's look into this. Right now in Port Harcourt, every single day, people come into the city either for short-term business engagements, to stay for a short period of time, for internship, for contract work, and even people that are relocating into the city that still don't have anywhere to stay. There are people every single day coming into the city to stay for a short period of time. Now, here is the problem they face. So these people come into the state with an intention to stay for between 1 month to 3 months. But this is the issue. Before you rent in Port Harcourt, major landlords demand that you pay between 18 to 24 months rent. Now, for someone that wants to stay between 1 to 3 months, that is already a no-go for her. The second alternative is to stay in a hotel that you pay every single day, and heavily at that. Most people That is a huge problem for them. And the third option is to stay in a shortlet. Why shortlet is looking like a better option? It is also posing the problem of having to pay heavily to stay in a comfortable and a safe shortlet apartment. Many people weigh these three options and they already know that their budget is not going to accommodate any of the three. So they are stuck and they have one or two options. They either just look for a friend to spot with or just look for a stranger to pay and spot with. Imagine you come into this market and build apartment complexes for short stayers. That is people that are looking to stay for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. The good thing about this is that you don't have to furnish it heavily like a shortlet apartment. That is one. And two, you don't have to manage it every single day like a shortlet apartment. By doing this, you are literally tapping into one of the major problems in the market right now. So when you build an apartment like this, you have an opportunity to earn monthly income from each unit of that apartment. Next, you need to know this: the highest renters or the major renters in Port Harcourt are young people. These are young people that are just starting out life, young people that are just coming into the States to explore the state or even find opportunities in the state. Young people that own businesses but haven't started a family yet. And few young people that just started a family, that means they have very small family unit. This is a problem. Majority of these young people always demand for studio apartments, that is self-con apartments or 1 bedroom apartments. But the problem in the market is that this is the lowest kind of apartment being built. This is the lowest unit of apartment being built in an apartment complex. You see someone that wants to build apartment units or block of flats, and the person will go ahead and build 2 bedroom apartment, 3 bedroom apartment, and then 1 or 2 units of 1 bedroom apartment and self-con. When majority of the market is looking for self-con and 1 bedroom apartments, and very few 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom apartments. Now you can come in and tap into the real demand of the market. If majority of the people renting in Port Harcourt are young people, and these young people are demanding for self-con and 1 bedroom apartments, if you really want to maximize your space, that is the land you are using to build, and the amount of money you are putting into building blocks of apartments or units of apartment, then you need to tap into the real demand, the major demand, which is 1 bedroom apartments and self-con apartment. So if you want to build an apartment complex, you can literally say, oh, I want 50% of this apartment complex to be 1 bedroom apartment or self-con apartment. Then 20% or 30% 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom. This way, you are positioning your apartment to, first of all, have more units of apartments to be rented. That means you are increasing your return on investment per square meter. Then you are also tapping into the major demand, the way it is being demanded for. Do you understand? So if you're going in right now to build in Port Harcourt in 2026, look at tapping into the real demand. You can even have a full complex of 1 bedroom apartment and self-con, and you see it being rented immediately. People see that it is almost finished because that is what they are looking for. This is the real housing deficit in Port Harcourt. When a lot of people are building 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom apartment, what do you want the real young people that want apartments to get? Now, don't get me wrong. There is a demand for 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom apartment, but not as much as self-con and 1 bedroom apartments. Having this information in mind, build to take advantage of the demand in the market. Okay, let me even give you a quick case study. I know of a landlord that turned his 6 units of 3 bedroom apartments into 32 units of self-con and 1 bedroom apartments. Before then, when he had that 6 units of 3 bedroom apartments, he was getting around 7.2 million naira as rent. But immediately he repurposed that 6 units of 3 bedroom apartments into 32 units of 1 bedroom and self-con apartment. His rental income in a year literally increased to 15.5 million naira. Now see, he didn't buy any new land though. He didn't build any new house. He just repurposed 6 units of 3 bedroom apartments. Yes, it was being occupied, but it wasn't giving him value for the investment he already made. He repurposed that 6 units into 1 bedroom apartment and self-con apartment, that is studio. And by doing that, his return on investment literally doubled. This is what happens when you build according to the demand of the market. Now, having this information, are you going to build according to the demand, or are you going to build like every other person? This is exactly what differentiates the person that earns more to people that earn just about how every other person is earning. Do with this information what you will. Now, let's look at the next demand in the market. Every single month, there are people relocating into Port Harcourt, and they're always looking for, oh, where do I stay? And of course, there is a huge demand of rental apartments in Port Harcourt. So before someone that is even coming into the States find somewhere to stay, it takes them a long time. And for most people that don't have people in Port Harcourt, it is literally hell. Now, imagine coming into the market to curb this demand and build co-living spaces for this group of people. That is people that are literally looking for where to squat until they find their dream apartment to rent. Imagine building a co-living space where they can squat for a while they are looking for the apartment they want to rent, and they pay you monthly. Oh my God. Do you know the kind of turnover you're going to be making every single month? Now, the good thing about this is that there is a huge tenant turnover every single time. That means if you do this well, every single time there will be always people wanting to rent that co-living space. You have an opportunity to easily increase your rent anytime you want, because there will always be a turnover of new tenants wanting to stay in your co-living space. This comes with very low management stress. You are in for not just yearly rent, you are also in for monthly rent. If you build this creatively, you can also add services that people are willing to pay for monthly, like laundry services, like food services, like errand services, and also charge additional subscriptions for these services. This way, you are making double from every single person that rents your apartment. If you watch this point and this made sense to you, go ahead and like this video. As you're liking it, you are helping you to show this to other people that are looking for this solution. Also share it to anyone you know that wants to build, whether in Port Harcourt or anywhere else, because I am very certain they will find an information or two that will help them build better and earn more from the investment they are making in building these houses. Thank you so much as you do so. Now, if you like any of these apartment styles and you want me to make a deeper dive of any of them, let me know which one you want in the comment section. Anyone that gets the most votes is the one I'm going to make a video of how you can make it work in Port Harcourt, and also the best places to make it work in Port Harcourt. If you are interested in building in Port Harcourt anytime soon, whether now or anytime soon, and you want deep dive information on the real estate market in Port Harcourt when it comes to building passive income properties, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the family. I will see you in the very next video. Bye.